Over the course of thousands of years, humanity has graced the planet Earth with its wonderful gifts of artistic expression from our earliest ancestors and their mesmerizing cave paintings of prehistoric creatures to arguably Leonardo da Vinci's greatest work, the Mona Lisa. We as a species are capable of amazing feats of creativity that reflect the complicated experience of human existence. And as our kind leapt into the new millennium with great vigor, we continued to unravel our limitless minds upon the world with timeless masterpieces like Shrek 2 and Over the Hedge. One day, however, the true apex of it all came on the blessed day of July 9th, 2010 with the release of Despicable Me. Our world was forever changed that day, and it wasn't because of Gru's angelic screaming of stuffing you all in the crust.
I'll stuff you all in the crust!
Or Professor Whatever's fart gun. No. It was all because of minions.
Hey, look at this minion car. It's a minion car. Banana.
We're about to lose our American deities.
It's a yellow car!
You know minions, I know minions, your dog knows minions. Basically, if you fall under the banner of Homo sapiens and have been alive long enough to remember things in your brain, then you're well acquainted with these yellow bean things that dance around and enthusiastically yell banana. Yeah. Yep, those things. It's no secret these crazy, kooky little characters hit the world by storm. With a combination of their innate cuteness, silly mannerisms, and Illumination's clever marketing strategy of shoving them down our throats until we can't breathe anymore. Is it really any surprise why they've reached the big leagues of pop culture fame? I mean, for crying out loud, they got their own movie. Isn't that crazy? Well anyways, if you're anything like me, you have severe brain rot and mental issues that will probably never be fixed. A healthy combination that has led me to noticing something peculiar about these minions, I say. Fucking shit, that word's hard to say. I couldn't put my finger on it until one day I watched Flushed Away. In that movie, there's these slugs that appear in the film, right? They have no relevance to the plot, absolutely none. They don't really speak to anyone. They don't really do anything except scream and dance around and sing. That's when I realized, hey, wait a minute. Minions are a bunch of goofy little things that dance around and sing, and the slug things from Flushed Away are also little creatures that dance around and sing. How many other properties have characters like this? How many others? That's when my world went topsy-turvy. That's when things changed, went loopy, went crazy, went Fiber One brownies, 90 calories each, I tell you. Minions and the slugs from Flushed Away are both just iterations in a generation-spanning chain of little characters that sing, dance, and make pop culture references. Oh my god, I just almost choked on my spit. In other words, minion morphs. So let's get something straight on the term minion morph. Yes, this is a term I coined. It's made up by me and nobody else. I know this because my brain came up with it. Duh. And I didn't search online if anyone else has used this term. So that means that I made it up. If you do see that this term minion morph, if you see that that it was used before the time this video is uploaded, that means you're in a coma. Wake up, we miss you, honey. Wake up. Wake up. What defines a minion morph? Well, after many arduous weeks of blankly staring at a wall in my dark, weevil-infested room, the best definition I could come up with is any obnoxious fictional creature or entity that typically aggregates in clusters, where they perform goofy acts or sing songs for the enjoyment of the audience. So now, using this definition and uploading it into my advanced AI supercomputer 3000, I was able to discover 3 media properties that contain characters that exhibit minion morph behaviors prior and post-release of Despicable Me. These are the results. Now, if you don't have the attention span of a pot of steaming chitlins, you'll most likely recall my amazing discovery that the slugs from Flushed Away and the minions from Minions act similarly, if not the same, thus making the slugs from Flushed Away thus making the slugs from Flushed Away minion morphs. Don't believe me? Let's revisit the definition. Any fictional creature or entity that typically aggregates in clusters. Alright, so we see here in this scene that makes me want to sterilize the human race. Remy the rat surfaces from the brown England water and starts screaming at a cluster of slugs.
The blood of the courageous St. James clan flows through your veins.
So that's a check in the box for aggregating in clusters there. On to the next part of the definition, where they perform goofy acts or sing songs typically for the enjoyment of the audience. I mean, Flushed Away is ridden with countless scenes of these slugs singing pop songs. My favorite example of this is the hilarious knee-slapping scene of Reginald, coping with the fact he fumbled a bag with the rat woman while the slugs sing Lonely by Akon. Premium stuff. Flushed Away, certified in minion morphs. Moving on to the next entry, we have another animated movie. This movie's called The Lorax.
You greedy dirtbag!
So by the time this movie came around, it seemed that Illumination needed to follow up Despicable Me with an animated adaptation of Dr. Seuss's The Lorax, a story about how a hairy orange chicken nugget monster got screwed over by greed and environmental destruction. Now, you might be saying, hey, that's not funny. Environmental destruction is bad. Littering is bad. Throwing out plastic is bad. And you'd be right in saying that. Because currently we're living through the Holocene mass extinction, a phenomenon where, due to the impacts of human activity, Earth's animals and plants that spent millions of years developing are being eradicated at a rate that exceeds the natural baseline, leading to the degradation of the planet's biodiversity, forever losing them to the endless march of time. You like fresh water? Well, newsflash, wouldn't you know, so does every other human being on the planet, and the crops that feed them. Agriculture is an extremely water-demanding process, and when coupled with climate change and pollution, the world's freshwater sources have either become inaccessible or unsanitary for billions of people around the world. You ever wanted to eat plastic? I'm raising my hand right now. Well, if you did want to eat plastic, well, I have good news for you. Dreams do come true. You're eating thousands of little bits of plastic every single year. So, quit horking it down and save some for me. I'm still hungry. Idiot. New game. Point out the creature that's a minion morph. Is it the bear? No. Is it the pterodactyl? No. Oh, is it O'Hare? No. It's the fish. Throughout the movie, they often occur in groups hanging out with their really awesome forest friends. And wouldn't you know it, they also sing some goofy songs. They sing recognizable, pop culture relevant songs. Yeah, they do that.
They're singing a song I know!
It seems as though Illumination cannot get enough of the minion formula. It seems that they still had it in their system, and they were just foaming. Foaming at the mouth. We're making that a term now. They were foaming at the mouth to put more minions in more movies. The Lorax, Minion Morph certified. So thanks to my supercomputer 3000, rest in peace, I was able to find one final entry in the phylogenetic tree of minion morphs. One that is so uncannily similar to minions that it's borderline plagiarism. That entry in question can be found in a game series called Rayman. Now, I've never played a Rayman game in my 58 years of life. I don't know what he's about, I don't know what he does, what that guy likes to do, what he eats, or where he sleeps. But I know two things about him. He's got floating hands, he's made by French people, and he was screwed over and usurped.
It's usurped.
By mentally ill rabbits called Rabbids. These brain rot inducing freaks are our final minion morph, and when consulting a friend at work about them, their words rang in my head like a bell signifying the consecration of the Eucharist. The Rabbids walked so the minions could run. Upon investigating this riveting topic, I came across a video made by local hero Ray Kid, comparing the similarities between the Rabbids and minions. And boy, does Illumination have some explaining to do. The damn minions are frauds. They're rip-offs, knockoffs, okay? These guys are like when you go to Aldi and instead of getting fucking Cheerios, you find Honey Hoops, okay? That's what these are. These are Aldi bootleg Honey Nut Cheerios. That's what minions are. This isn't a case of innocent inspiration or uncanny similarities, whatever. These yellow schmoes are rip-offs of the Rabbids. Okay, the rip-offs. They're both gremlin-sized, blabbering, driveling yappers that yap out of their mouth. That yap out of their mouth. Go to the moon, dance, wear thongs, sing, name whatever else you want. The fact of the matter is, I caught you with your pants down, Illumination. I hereby change. I just spit out of my mouth like a bunch of spit just flew. I was like, I hereby change the name of my term minion morph to Rabbid Morph. Yeah, minions are Rabbid Morphs. Flushed away slugs are Rabbid Morphs, and O'Hare Air is a Rabbid Morph too. There's no originality, and God is dead. Goodbye.